Tensions are running high at this Polish bar in Boston, England. The Euro 2016 football championship is underway, and part of the town's large immigrant community has come out to share their pride and passion. But outside the bar, more serious tensions are rattling the town. Britain is getting ready to vote in a June 23rd referendum on whether to leave the European Union. In Boston, 1 in 10 residents comes from a newer EU member state, the highest proportion in Britain. For those living here, the possibility of a Brexit is both pressing and divisive.
I'm going to vote in. I just think England has more opportunities in Europe, more jobs, and more I think it's just better.
Born in Poland, Sara Aifa is now a British citizen, a university student, and part of the changing character of this town. The EU's expansion since 2004 has allowed tens of thousands of Eastern Europeans to travel here to find work. Some have started their own businesses and put down roots.
I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'm not sure. I'm not really afraid, but I'm not sure.
Karol Sokolowski runs a Polish restaurant, Swojskie Jadło, which means a taste of home. It's a family affair. Karol's wife makes the desserts, and his mother-in-law Sylvia is the head chef.
That's going to be goulash, that's that Britain-style bean.
Like many immigrants, Karol and his family are wondering what a British vote to leave the EU would mean for them. The Vote Leave campaign says current legal residents would not be forced to return home. But their status would change, and that uncertainty is troubling.
If the referendum and what's going to happen after referendum will get some really bad impact for me, and when the difference is going to be drastic, then maybe I will come back to Poland.
Immigration is one of the major issues fueling the Leave campaign. Brexit proponents say unchecked EU immigration into Britain is simply unsustainable. Leave voter Angie Cook says she was forced to close her transport business because cheap migrant labour drove down her competitors' prices.
I believe that British people should have British jobs. I only employ English people because that's what I believe in.
Cook says local housing, schools and healthcare are also feeling the strain of mass immigration.
We're full. We can't take any more physically. There's no housing. There's nowhere for any of them to live.
But other entrepreneurs, like farm owner Robin Buck, say migration from the new EU states has only been good for business.
It's enabled parts of our business to grow. These people who we have here are young and bright and healthy, and they're not going to be putting the same pressure on services as an average person in the UK, and they're definitely contributing.
Buck hires seasonal workers like Aina Drelingita, who's saving money for her studies back home in Lithuania.
It's really good conditions to stay here now, and we're really happy about that. We can work, we can live, and that would be quite hard to do if England would just quit.
Back in town, a taste of home is getting ready for the lunchtime crowd.
Jak się po angielsku mówi? Pancakes.
The heated debates over migration won't disappear after the referendum, but many lives have already been transformed by freedom of movement within the EU.
Even when I'm coming for the holiday to Poland, I start to miss my home. Well, what is in here? So for now it's my home and I feel like home.
In this English town, the European Union has brought sweeping change, and locals, both British and foreign-born, are waiting anxiously to see what changes are coming next.